So, MMP. MMP is money making pyramid. Now, don't take it too literal. It's just a fancy name I came up with. MMP is basically all the three topics we talked about in a recap. Now, the important thing is having an order of proceeding. So that's what we're going to talk about, etc. And this week, this upcoming week, you will get way more videos. Like I just said, we will make more videos. Also, tomorrow on Sunday, I'll take you through my routine. I'll take you through my psychology, my high time frame analysis, and my execution. So I also hope to record live executions and to possibly go on a Zoom with you all to look at a trading session, etc. Because I think we have a beautiful week coming up with the economic calendar. So I do hope to catch some trades. That would be beautiful. But again, not placing too much importance on it, because then it can only get worse. All right, the first step of the MMP is submitting to time. Now, submitting to time is the most important thing. Don't think, and I've talked about it before, don't think you will be profitable within 1 month of being here. You will probably not be profitable within the first month. You might be profitable, of course, but getting to a level of mastery, like we talked about, that will take time. And it's very important to submit to time. If you don't submit to time and if you are rushing, you will likely not make it. And if you are here for a quick money, a quick salary, etc., you will likely not make it. And this is a big thing, because we've all come into trading, I think, with the mindset, all right, let's make some quick money. Let's make some quick and a lot of money. And this is very detrimental. And now we are a little bit matured inside of trading, etc. And we can say, all right, we need to submit to time. No matter how long it will take, we are going to make it. No doubt in my mind, we are going to make it. We just have to submit to time. The only thing holding us back is time, like I say very often. The only thing holding you back, if you follow the steps, is time. That's it. You just need time. If you put in the consistent effort, if you get better 1% every day, focus on the topic you are struggling with, for example, then you will make it, no doubt in my mind. All right, then the next step, which topic are you struggling with? So again, because we have this order of proceeding, we can't fully trade if we are struggling with a topic. Now, of course, this is not to say that we need to have every topic perfectly done before we can get to the actual trading, because this is not how it works. We need to actually start doing it as well. So our psychology ahead of trading will not be 100% perfect. No, far from it. So in order to improve our psychology, we need to actually trade as well. And we can't just sit on the sidelines and not do anything and expect us to get better. It's like watching a boxing match and expecting you can box from watching 100 hours of boxing videos. No, you need to actually start boxing, and the person that actually is boxing, that's the one who's going to beat you. The theory behind it, or just watching theory videos, will not help you. You need to actually do it. You need to actually put in the work. So which topic are you struggling with? Then go back to those topics. And this is not to say as well, this is not to say that if you are taking a loss with your model that you are struggling with your execution. No. Taking losses are normal. So if you are changing something, if you are, or you think you are struggling with something, then maybe think again. I think maybe it's just a psychology issue for me, and maybe I'm not really struggling with it, but it's just all inside my head. And again, this also goes for high time frame analysis. Your high time frame analysis will not be perfect every day. And this is not to say that you are struggling with it. No, you're not struggling with it. It's just that your everyday bias doesn't mean that you get the bias right every day, or the bias will not be clean every day. So that's something to take into account as well. So that's why psychology is the most important thing for the money-making pyramid. And we'll get into that after. If the technicals are set in stone, all you now need to do is focus on your edge, which is your psychology. So again, this is why psychology is the most important. Your edge, you are your edge. And your psychology is your edge. That's your edge over 99% of the traders. Everyone can get great at technicals. Don't worry. Everyone, the technicals you can probably grasp easily within a month. If you fully take the time, without, and I don't mean you have another job next to it or anything. If you fully take someone off of the street and you say to them, all right, you need to grasp these technicals within 1 month, and you are locked inside of an office or something, you will grasp the technicals within a month. No worries, no doubt about it. But the thing people struggle with is psychology. And the thing why people don't make it in trading is psychology, not the technicals. The technicals, everyone can do the technicals. It's not that difficult. Of course, if you want to go above and beyond and you want to learn how an algorithm works, all right, that's a bit excessive, and that's a bit over the top. Now, of course, that's also depending on your goals, but if you're here to make money, then you don't need to know how an algorithm works. That's complete bullshit. But let's not get off the topic here, because the psychology is just the most important. And the reason why 99% fails, of course, some people don't use a stop loss, they are beginners, etc. But we are not beginners here. We, almost everyone, I think, here has a great grasp of the technicals. The only thing missing is our psychology. Now, of course, again, like I say always, there are some exceptions, like some people don't have an entry model yet, etc. Some people are still struggling with high time frame analysis, etc. That's completely normal. But if you have those set in stone, then the only thing you now need to worry about is your psychology and doing your weekly reviews, etc. And then you will see, if you just stick to the same thing over and over and over, and trading will eventually get boring, and that's normal. Don't try to make it exciting, because that probably leads you to system hopping, and you will look at another system, or you will want more dopamine hits. That's not what we want here. We just want to make boring money and a lot of money and have a lot of freedom. Perfect. That's what we want. So we want to focus on our psychology and consistent maintaining our technical skills. And that's what we'll see with the journal as well that I'm getting into. Then the next thing, being aware of your psychology and keeping it in check daily. Again, psychology, 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 psychology. I will always have a big emphasis on psychology. You'll always hear me talk about psychology. Why is this? Well, 99% of the traders don't make money. 99% can get along with technicals perfectly. 99% can't conquer their mind. They can't overwin their mind. And that's the reality of things. All right, then keeping it in check daily. So this is pen and paper, like we talked about, journaling, etc. Keeping your psychology in check. Are you aware of what you're thinking right now? Is there something on your mind that's bothering you? Like I had, I'll tell you my story actually. These past days, I actually was struggling a little bit with my psychology, and I noticed the problem, and the problem was social media. And social media is a lot of our problems, I think, in this day and age. But social media, whenever I open social media and I'm on it for too long, I just tend to get a little bit sad, or there's just some irritation inside of me, and I don't like it. So I journaled that, got rid of it, took a cold shower, etc. I just went to the gym, and now it's out of my system and I'm perfectly fine. I know my struggle now. So what do? I throw my phone out of the window. No, I don't throw my phone out of the window, but I have it laid at the other side of the room. And if someone calls me, I can still get it. But I think you get the idea. I just want to stay off of my phone. I want to stay off of social media and only use social media if it's benefiting me. So if I'm posting something, etc. So that's very important, and that's a pattern of me. That's my struggle. Then maintaining every aspect of the MMP and getting even better. Now, this is where we get into the trading dashboard. This is all set up for you to maintain and to get better, because the data, and this is something I do on a Saturday, so I do this at the end of every week, a scalp model, that's the model I use, etc. It's not called scalp model anymore, but this is something I used. I use all this data and I fill this in for every month. So then I use a new sheet every month and I can track my data accordingly. So I fill this in to get also a better idea of my win rate, of my expected return per month. And it's also to get an idea of trades that I'm potentially missed. So this will lead me to the next thing, which is if we go into our journal right here, then right here we have everything we need to maintain and to get even better. So what do I mean by this? Now today it's Saturday, so today I did my weekly review, and that is this right here. So did you miss any trades, etc.? We went over this in the execution review as well, I believe. That's very important. The next thing is if I did have any discoveries, so maybe some characteristics that I noticed on DEX, etc. Some monthly things, some weekly things, some daily things that I did notice. Buy and sell program is from which a higher time frame premium rate did we come, and to which higher time frame discount rate did we target. And that's if we had a bearish week. Of course, if we had a bullish week, from which higher time frame discount rate did we come, and which higher time frame premium rate did we target? Because the monthly, or sorry, the weekly templates are always from discount to premium rate. Just like we always talk with higher time frame analysis, we go from premium to discount, from discount to premium, etc. Weekly profile, that's that as well. Then intraday profile, so what happened on these days. And this is all, if you do this consistently every week, every day, etc., believe me, you are going to be an amazing trader. My psychology this week per day. So here I write down Monday, I struggled a little bit, etc., etc. So this is all speaks for itself. If you do have questions, you can always let me know in the Discord as well. Then this is where it gets interesting. So if you open the new month, of course, you get the monthly analysis. A new week, you get these weekly analysis, weekly journal, and no, psychology journal is right here. The weekly review is this one. The trading journal is every new day you see right here. So of course, like you probably have already done, you can personalize it, etc. Because this is mainly made how I like to use it, but you can personalize your analysis, etc. So psychology journal, and I do recommend to use a pen and paper psychology journal as well. This is just for some quick notes. Then next thing is your weekly analysis. So this is your forecast. This is everything I use: relative strength, commitment of traders, market profile, intermarket analysis, market structure, PDRA matrix. Again, tomorrow you will get a video of me going through a weekly analysis, etc. So don't worry, you will not miss anything. Weekly journal, this is just quick notes throughout the week that I take. So my weekly, I could say here, all right, we just reached a weekly premium rate. I'm still bearish on the weekly. Daily, I'm still bearish on the daily for the dollar, etc. This is not rocket science. And then this is the day-by-day analysis that I do. So my probability analysis, etc. Low probability conditions, high probability conditions. Then here I have the daily analysis, 4-hour analysis, and London AM session, PM session. London Open, this is just some general rule of thumbs and quick reminders. Then the next thing is London before. So here I put my London before analysis and what I expect. then London during, London after. For every session I have one of these. Then the end of day is just what I expected before the day. And then this, the after, is what actually happened and if my analysis was very accurate. So, and this is how you maintain, and if you do this, of course, after weeks and weeks and weeks, you will be a very great trader if you just do these simple steps. And yes, it might seem like a lot, but it is not a lot. This will only take, I think, maybe give it maximum 1 hour of your day. That's it. It's not a lot, and you will get used to it, etc. It will become automatically almost. It will become a habit, a great habit to have as well. Order of proceeding: checking psychology. Start back at higher time frame analyst. Execution, checking psychology. So, as you might have seen in the Discord as well, this is something I made, and you see psychology, higher time frame analyst, and then execution. So if this gear is not spinning, this gear won't spin, and this gear will not spin at all. And this is to say, psychology is the most important. We first thing of the day, when we wake up, we need to check our psychology. All right, did we sleep well? Yeah, I slept fine. All right, perfect. We can move on to higher time frame analyst. Can we get to a bias or a clear draw on liquidity based on the higher time frame? Yes, we can. All right, then we look for our execution. We don't look for our execution and then after the fact we go to higher time frame analyst. No, it's 1, 2, 3. If our psychology is not in check, we don't proceed to higher time frame analyst. If our higher time frame analyst is not in check, we don't move to execution. So remember the gears. This one has to be turned on, and that will make this one spin, and that will make this one spin. And then here it's the exact same. If we want to be successful, if we want to get to the top, we need to have the foundation right, which is our psychology. Then the next step for us is our higher time frame analyst phase. Then the next step up is our execution. And that way we can get to the MMP, and that's making money and using the money making pyramid, which we have right here, to get higher, 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 to get more money, more profit, and get consistent gains, and maybe look for investors or more prop firm capital, etc. So this is very important. Always ask yourself, psychology in check, perfect, we can go to the next one. High time frame analyst, perfect, we can go to the next one. Execution, perfect, we can go to the next one. So that's very important, and that's the order of proceeding. Then the next thing is, if you are not profitable yet, you are either haven't accepted that it takes time, psychology issues. Now, again, like we talked about, most of your problems are not technical problems. Technical problems are very rare. Nobody actually has like technical problems. Of course, if you're still a bit of a beginner and you haven't watched all ICT content, of course, you might have some technical problems, etc. But technical problems, like I said, you can get very good at technicals within a month, but that doesn't make you profitable. You can have the greatest technicals, but that doesn't and that will not make you profitable. Someone with a great psychology and that has shitty technicals will be profitable. Now that's funny. Someone with the best technicals in the world, let's say ICT, he has great technicals, but his psychology is at his worst. He has the worst psychology ever. He will not be profitable. Now let's take my 4-year-old cousin. He can't trade for shit. Of course not. He's a 4-year-old. But he has the strongest mind. This 4-year-old has the greatest psychology ever. He will likely be profitable. And that's something to think about. And the technicals are really not that important. And that's also something, it might have been a false belief that's inside of you still, that you truly think technicals are very important, but believe me, they are not. I can send you some videos of a guy that's just executing, but he has a great psychology and he makes money, and all he does is buying support and selling resistance. That's it. based off of nothing, and he still makes money, and that's insane to me. And like I've always mentioned, people on here in the Amsterdam Stock Exchange, they trade very far from SMC, and they make a lot of money. So yeah, it's just what your priorities are. And now, next thing, how to maintain, like we just said, journal, weekly review, end of day markups, data, etc. Psychology journal, meditation, gym. So keeping your psychology in check, etc. Doing this day in, day out. Now, next thing, if we can get back to the Bitcoin chart here. So and if you have seen this video, then you already know this, but for the money-making pyramid, if this is our pyramid, and of course, we need to get the foundation right first. So what is the foundation? The foundation is psychology. Let me remove the one actually. This is how I imagined the, this is how I imagined the MMP, the money-making pyramid. The psychology is what holds everything up. Without psychology, everything falls down. Now, the next thing is not actually higher time frame analyst. Of course, we need higher time frame analyst first, but without execution, we are just an analyst. And this is also where a lot of people struggle, because a lot of people struggle that they are great at their analysis, but they don't actually execute on it. They don't capitalize on it. And this is something I think every trader went through, and it is a normal stage in your journey to becoming a profitable trader. So don't worry, but without execution, you will never be profitable, because you can be a great high time frame analyst, but without execution, again, you will not make money. So if we take a look at this, psychology, if psychology is gone, the whole pyramid falls. If execution is gone, the whole pyramid falls and will not fit. If everything is in order and these things are built upon each other, then we can make money in this game. Now, why is psychology right here? Again, without a great psychology, you will not make money. It's as simple as that. And that's why psychology has its own week in our community. And that's where a lot of communities go wrong, in my opinion. And I think if you do have a great set of psychology, you will be profitable, no matter what. If you are aware of your thoughts, etc., you will become profitable. It's 100% guaranteed. I can guarantee you it. I can put all my money in. If you master your psychology, you will be profitable. Again, we will not be profitable if our psychology is shit and our execution is great. We will just not be profitable. And same thing for this. If our high time frame analysis is great, our execution is great, and our psychology is shit, we will not be profitable, because it's only a matter of time before we blow the account, before we do something stupid, before we lose all our money. And if our psychology is shit, or if our psychology is set, it's very good, it's at our A game, like we talked about, then there's nothing stopping us. Then we can have drawdowns, we can have losing streaks, but our psychology will always be great. And then the only thing we need to do is just keep executing, keep doing our high time frame analysis. You might take more loss because your execution might not be as great, but if your psychology is great, you will make money, no doubt about it. Now, your execution, your high time frame analysis, and of course your psychology, they will get better with time. Your execution and your high time analysis, so your technical skills, they will get better if you maintain them. If you do the weekly reviews, if you do your end of day markups, if you gather the data, they will get better. If you do the deep work sessions, those are very important to do. Deep work sessions, you will get better at technicals. But, and that's the but, that's very important to understand. There is no need for you to watch new videos if you do have an understanding, if you do have your trading plan set already. There is no need to watch new videos or watch live streams or anything. Of course, it's great to have some new inspiration, but don't implement it. You can study it, but not implement it. If your trading plan is set in stone, don't change it. And the only thing that you can do to do better or to get better is just doing it consistently over and over, and you will start seeing new things. Your intuition, and that's what we talked about. For our mastery to work, for us to become masters, we need our intuition to take over. There are some traders, or the greatest traders, they are that good because their intuition took over. And that is something that takes time, and that's something that you need to stick to the same thing over and over for your intuition to take over. Because if you keep switching, like we talked about a lot, if you keep switching and this is your intuition, it gets better, gets better, gets better, and boom, you start at zero again. You start at the bottom and you need to learn again, and then you find a new system or something new that you like and you start at zero again. And this continues, and this is why people never see any profitability. And this is not a technical issue. You might think it's a technical issue because you're a little bit well, it's unaware. I would say it's unaware. It's not something stubborn. It's just people are unaware of this. And this is why I'm here to tell you it's not your execution, it's not your technicals, it's your psychology. 100%, it's your psychology. It's all inside your head. Now, if you stick to the same thing, this will be your learning curve. You will be so great within a year if you just stick to the same thing over and over and over. Now, of course, with the data, we can make some changes, etc. We can get better. And we might even be able to implement new things, but there's a difference with implementing new things based on data and implementing new things because we saw it on Twitter and we are losing a trade right here, etc. And that's why it's so important to be aware of your thoughts, because then you can recognize when you are changing something. It's not because of your lack or your issues with psychology. No, it's because you'll actually be a better trader. And that's something important. That's why it's very important. It all starts with your psychology. If your psychology is shit, you won't recognize if you're changing something because your psychology is shit, or if it's because it will truly benefit you as a trader. And that's very important to acknowledge, etc., to be aware of. This is why everything starts with your psychology. Psychology is the foundation of everything else. Everything in life is 90% mindset and 10% execution. It's all about that mindset. Someone that works their asses off 24/7, but their mindset is absolutely negative, it's absolutely shit, they will not become successful. It's just that plain simple. And the people that are successful, they will always tell you they don't have a secret sauce. There's not a secret way to be successful. It's just doing the basics and doing them very good with a positive mindset. That's it. Doing the basics over and over and over. And the reality is, the people that are successful have just done it over and over. They just outwork the people by making it a marathon and not a sprint. They outwork them by being consistent. Not that they work 16 hours a day. No, they might work 4 hours a day for 2 years, and someone else might work 16 hours a day for only 1 month. And that's the biggest difference. And then the next thing, they don't seek the next holy grail. You think Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk was looking for some sort of holy grail? No, they were just doing the basics very good. They are just very good at the basics. They don't have a magic money-making formula. No, it's just not there. And it's the same for trading, that shiny object syndrome of thinking you need to be better at technicals, thinking there's something out there that makes you 100% win rate. And that's also something I tweeted about as well, and something I spoke about in a psychology review, I think, or execution review, I'm not sure. But if you come into this trading world, the first thing you are told when you get into SMC, it's the market is not random. Well, if the market is not random, then how in the world can I take a loss? It's not random, so I should win every trade, right? I should be able to predict every trade. I should be able to predict every move. And this is going to be absolutely detrimental to your trading. If you think, well, of course, and I do agree with that statement to an extent, because of course, with our theory as well, it's based on liquidity, it's based on banks, etc. So the market for us is not totally random, but sometimes it's okay to say, all right, I just don't know what happened, and I think this is just random price action. Perfect. Just leave it as it is and don't go too deep into it, because that going too deep into it and wanting to know everything, and humans do like to make stories. They want to have a rational explaining for every single thing. That's just human nature. And some things are just unexplainable, and it's okay. It's okay. You don't need to know everything, and especially not in trading. Knowing more will not make you more money. Knowing more about psychology might make you more money. So very important to realize, and when people, or when you see a new trader on Twitter or something, and they are doing great, they are doing whatever, they are making money, etc. They are very accurate with their trades, etc. That's because they have followed these steps. They have followed the basic steps. They are building their own intuition, their own edge, because they stick to something, and they are becoming so good at it because they stick to something and it makes sense to them. And that's also why a trading plan of someone else won't work for you. So if you blindly copy someone off of Twitter or use their concept, etc., and after a month, I can guarantee you it will likely not work for you. Because again, and this brings me back to everything in this community, everything in this mentorship is correlated with each other. This brings me back to the deep work sessions. You need to form your own edge. You need to form your own intuition by sticking to the same thing over and over and over. And when you submit to time, you will become profitable. You will make money. There's literally, it's, I would say, almost impossible to not succeed if you follow these steps and you fail to succeed after a year. That will blow my mind, absolutely. And I think it's not possible. I think if you just stick to these steps and you are aware, and that's the most important, you don't necessarily have to stick to my steps, but it's important to not strategy hop. It's important to let your own intuition take over and become a master of your own work and become as great as an ICT. We can, or you can all be way better than I am. You all can be way better than ICT. If you want to be a footballer or basketballer, you can be way better than Michael Jordan. If we just don't copy someone else blindly, you need to form your own understanding, form your own logic of things. And it doesn't matter if the logic is true. If you think the market is run on supply and demand, then be my guest. If it works for you, be my guest. If you make money off of it, be my guest. Who cares? I don't care. I don't care what you believe. It's, if it works for you, then that's great. Then go for it. So again, I told you all I didn't want to make this too long. I think we have already talked about a lot right here, and I think my point is very clear of everything. Again, we will be going over everything. I will take you through my routine, through my analysis. Tomorrow we start with a video. I hope to record live sessions. I hope to record a lot this week to help you all. And I will keep on ranting about psychology because that's the most important thing. So that was it for this Zoom. I hope it helped. And if you do have some questions, you can always hit me up. Don't worry about it. And I will see you at the next one. I will see you at the video tomorrow. And I wish everyone a great weekend. Again, take a good sleep, sleep well, journal your thoughts out, go to the gym, go for a run, etc. And enjoy life also a little bit, of course. Go for a nice walk, etc. Enjoy some time with your loved ones. Great words. Thanks for this hour. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Truly grateful for you all being here. Recap, please. I'm sorry. I'm just reading the message. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here. And I'll see you at the next one. Bye-bye.